make a quick video about gravity. On screen, we have a basic definition of what gravity is. Gravity is the fundamental force of attraction between any two objects with mass pulling them together. In the previous videos, I gave a theory about what I think that mass is. So I would like to expound as to why it is that matter itself actually causes gravity. On screen, it shows where a ring vortex has a low pressure center, describes the core of a swirling fluid motion, like smoke or water, where pressure drops significantly, pulling surrounding fluid inward and causing the characteristic ring shape. So, this gives you an indication of what's happening when a ring vortex is formed. It actually pulls everything in towards the center by creating a low pressure center. This would be a very basic, simplified version of how to describe gravity to where you can understand it in a physical aspect. Most people have experienced the phenomenon of watching a whirlpool or a vortex in water pull everything in towards it. I thought putting a few illustrations on screen may help. Interestingly enough, when you look at the illustrations to describe a ring vortex, it looks like the Bohr's model of an atom as well. The black and white illustration used to draw the low center of a ring vortex looks exactly like a magnetic field in a ferrocell in one of my first videos. This is the image of a magnetic field inside of a ferrocell. In the next illustration, it shows two spherical magnets inside of a ferrocell. I thought it gave a very good example of where shear layers and boundary layers are located. So I feel instead of describing gravity as a curve in space-time, it's literally just a low-pressure center inside of a superfluid medium. Using current illustrations to show how gravity works by curving space-time would still be fairly accurate, even if you viewed the superfluid aether having a low-pressure center. The only other way I could think of creating gravity without matter being present is to create a large standing wave, specifically a constructive interference standing wave. What I'm proposing about the standing wave is only theoretical, but in theory, a large, high amplitude standing wave should create a low pressure center in the superfluid aether. I may not be able to prove my standing wave theory, but there is such thing as acoustic levitation. In the definition given, acoustic levitation uses high-frequency sound waves, often ultrasonic, to suspend objects in midair by creating pressure nodes, effectively counteracting gravity, typically with transducers facing each other to form standing waves that trap items like water droplets or small solids. So, all I'm proposing is that instead of using sound waves, you're just using electromagnetic waves in the aether to get the same exact effect. When they are using the term pressure nodes, they are literally just referring to a low pressure center. So what I'm proposing that you can do for acoustic levitation is you're using the atmosphere as the medium to create a low pressure center. You can do the same using the aether to create a low pressure center to get the same results. This will be the end to my simplified theory of gravity. Please like and subscribe.